You either solve problems or you cause problems. You either doubt or you have faith. Both cannot coexist in the same space, as one will cancel out the other. Today, let's talk about what it takes to unlock the unlimited, how to live confidently with consistency. You know what's up. Turn me up. I'm mic'd up. Join me and let's mix it up. What's good people? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope that you, yes, you, are doing well. Well, I want to welcome you back to another edition of In the Mix. I'm so glad that you joined me. I'm your host with the most, yours truly, Dr. Eddie Connor, and it is an honor that you are joining us today. Hit that thumbs up button on this video. Come on, family, hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. Come on, help a brother out. Help me grow my channel. I'm growing your greatness. Help me grow our channel for change, our channel that creates change, our channel that breaks chains. And today we're going to have a conversation of illumination. But in order to do that, you know how we do it, family. We got to pay that digital light bill for real. Drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. As a matter of fact, drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. Let's turn it up. Let's brighten it up. Let's light it up in here. Let's make it 100 watts. Gonna keep it 100 in the conversation. We're too lit to quit. Why? Because we are the light of the world. Now, we're going to spotlight and highlight a particular topic today entitled Unlock the Unlimited. How to live confidently with consistency. You know, competence, confidence, consistency are necessary ingredients to maintain your identity. Your competence speaks to the whole aspect of what it is, your knowledge base. It's the information of what it is that you know. What is it? What is it that you know? How do you bring your prior knowledge into the current situation and circumstance? Into what it is that you are endeavoring to achieve, what you're working on. What is it? What is stopping you from taking onus and ownership about it? What's stopping you from working on it? Is procrastination in the way? Because here's what I understand. Oftentimes procrastination is simply fear in disguise. You're afraid of tackling the opportunity. You're afraid of tackling the perspective. You're afraid of tackling the situation of what it is that you are experiencing. And so as a result of it, you delay. And oftentimes the root of that procrastination and that delay is fear. What if I won't get it right? What if I won't do it right? And so oftentimes we wait till the last minute to where there is no recourse to say, all right, I'm pushed. My back is up against the wall. I got to do it now. And as I've said before, procrastination is the arrogant belief that God's going to give you another opportunity to do what he told you to do today. The arrogant belief that God will give you another opportunity to do what he told you to do today. So you feel as if God should spin the block again. Your arrogance says this. Well, I know he's going to spin the block for me. I know I'm favored. I know I'm blessed. I know I'm loved. I know I'm valued by him. He going to spin the block for me. And he doesn't have to do that. Doesn't have to do that. You missed the opportunity. It's on you. Here's what I understand. In the midst of procrastination, all you have is right now. Here's the question. Who are you called to serve? What problem will you solve? There's the key ingredient. Family, just type unlimited. Type unlimited. Unlimited. I have to get my mindset to the place of the unlimited. We know how to get our mindset to a place of limited. Limited. Scarcity mindset. Limited. Emotional squatters. Limited. Emotional snipers. And limited. Vision snipers. Limited. Beliefs. I got to step from the limited to the unlimited. Who am I called to serve? What problem was I called to solve? I need you to hear me. Your purpose, your identity is a solution to a problem. When you know who you are, you solve problems. When you don't know who you are, you cause problems. Which one are you doing? Are you either solving problems or are you causing problems? Do you have doubt or do you have faith? Simply because here it is. Both cannot coexist in the same space. One's going to cancel out the other. To be an answer to a problem, you have to answer the call of God on your life. Family, just type answer the call. Y'all got to answer the call. Phone just keeps on ringing. Or you just keep sending it to voicemail. If you're going to be an answer to a problem, you have to answer the call in your life. You got to answer that particular call. What has God called you to do? I know I'm not talking about the call that you miss. I'm not talking about the call that you're anticipating. I'm talking about the call of God on your life to go further and farther where it is that you have ever gone. You can have all the confidence, you can have all the competence in the world, but if you don't have any confidence, none of it means anything. Why? Because here's the thing. Confidence helps you to win before the race begins. And many of us are operating from a deficit mindset due to comparison. That's what it is. Power of social media has done this. It's given us a lot of great opportunities because now it created a lane for exposure. It has exposed us to people who we didn't know that were in many cases doing what we're doing. It also exposed us to people who we feel are ahead of us. And so as a result, here's what we do. We try and we find ourselves trying to compete with people that we should be learning from. Too many of us are hating on folk that we need to be learning from. You can't compete. You can't complete that which what you are not assigned to. You can't complete what you weren't assigned to do. If you're competing with people who you think are ahead of you, come on, that's a problem right there. You're in a competition with people who don't even recognize that you exist. I got to get my confidence together. Why? Because nobody can make you feel inferior without your permission. Think about this. Self-confidence, self-esteem, self-concept, self-respect all begins with the words self. It begins with the word self. Yeah. It begins with the word self for a reason. It begins with you before it ends, and it begins with you before it ends with them. If you're going to increase your confidence, you got to affirm yourself. You got to speak to that child in the mirror. You got to overcome the arrested development, imposter syndrome, and the stinking thinking that keeps you sulking and sinking. If you're going to increase your confidence, you got to speak life over your life. Come on, you got to tell yourself that you can. You got to tell yourself that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. You got to tell yourself that you can lead and you can succeed. You have to tell yourself that you have influence. Did you hear me? Come on, family. Just type influence, influence, influence. The whole aspect of leadership can be boiled down to just one word, and that is influence. Straight up influence. Got competence with confidence, but oftentimes, here's what we're doing. We are struggling with consistency. Think about this. No relationship can even flourish without consistency. No relationship can flourish without somebody being consistent. And for many of us, you stifle and stymie your level of consistency because you keep thinking about how much of a deficit that you are at. What you don't have monetarily, what you don't have physically, what you don't have socially and emotionally. Because you're comparing your page to somebody else's chapter. Stop doing that. Don't move in a place of comparison. Move in a place of collaboration. Family, conversations like this one right here is why you need to join our channel and get a membership badge. Our channel, which is in the mix. Yeah, coming to you live each and every single Monday through Friday. Come on, get it. Yeah. It's what we do. So this is what I want you to do. Go get a badge. Come on, family, get a badge. All you have to do is tap the link in the chat, link in the description of this video. When you do that, you will see a pop-up of 3 options: VIP, royalty, OQP. You're a very important person. You're a very important person with a very important purpose. Your royalty, king, queen. Your royalty demands loyalty. And then, we also have OQP, only quality people. You're an only quality person. Choose one of those 3. And here's the thing. My gift to you is to give you access to our members only area. Still of a deal if you ask me. Show you right. Yeah, it is. If you're not a member of our Eagles community, go ahead, become a member of our Eagles community. Yeah. We're soaring into greater success and purpose. One thing I understand about an eagle rather soars solo than a fly solo. You don't have to soar solo, and you definitely aren't going to fly solo. But you don't have to soar solo. There's a number of different eagles who are soaring on a high frequency, because your frequency is what you think about frequently. You owe it to you to join us. Our amazing Eagles community. What we have our sessions on Zoom. We have gatherings where we get together with one another, where we're able to, connect, be consistent, develop relationships, all of the above. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form. I guarantee you will be transformed. We're talking about unlock the unlimited, how to live confidently with consistency. Nobody will ever take you seriously without consistency. It's not going to happen. Come on, you wouldn't be in a long-term relationship or a marriage with someone who gives you empty promises, doesn't return your calls. They respond to your messages months later. You would not believe that particular individual has a level of interest that they purport to have in you. They wouldn't believe that you have it in them. Why? Because the words and the works do not match up together. They are not aligned. They are misaligned. They are consistently inconsistent. And hear me, when you're consistently inconsistent, you'll never unlock the unlimited. I got more conversation on that. Don't touch that dial. Smile. There it is. I like that. So, more's on the way. Stick and stay. More's on the way after these messages. I'll be right back. I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content and all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to the eaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. Is such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday, 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays, and then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays, we have TNT Tuesdays, Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in place at the Remnant Worshipers Church. Yes, y'all, and we don't stop. Come on, family, I need you to heed to these resources that you've heard. Let's get back to the word. We're talking about unlocking the unlimited. Too many of us, we are locked in. We're locked into negativity. We're locked in to trials and tribulations and situations when we need to unlock ourselves. We need to unleash what keeps you on a leash. Yeah. Got to abandon what in many cases is seeking to abort your vision and your mission. Malcolm Gladwell has a book called Outliers, where he conveys that it takes 10,000 hours of intensive practice to be a particular master of your craft. I don't know what that craft is for you. Craft may be teaching, craft may be nursing, craft may be a healthcare professional, craft may be retail. I don't know what your particular craft is, but it's going to take 10,000 hours of intensive practice to develop the gift that you have within you that has oftentimes been dormant. Really is. And here's the question. What are you dedicated to doing over and over again while being consistent with it? What is preventing you from being committed and consistent? What is preventing you from being committed to your commitment? Because here's the thing. The hard work is not going to do itself. The book is not going to write itself. The business is not going to launch itself. The business is not going to build itself. You have to roll up your sleeves and work for what you want to see come to fruition. Success is married to consistency. Got to understand that. It's the one and only former Chicago Bulls coach, Phil Jackson, who coached the one and only number 23, Michael Jordan. And he said, you are only a success at the moment you perform a successful act. Essentially, you have to do it again. You are only a success at the moment that you perform, a successful act. What does that mean? You have to do it over and over again. Late great Babe Ruth said yesterday's home runs won't win today's games. And what's the reward for achieving success? The reward for achieving success is more work. That's what the reward is. Because here's the thing. Oftentimes, work is just a 4-letter, distasteful word that we hate. When's the last time, though, that you fell in love with the work? When's the last time that you fell in love with your passion? When's the last time you fell in love with what it is that God told you to do? When's the last time that you fell in love with the work that you do because you were so passionate about it? That's what it is. Easy to be consistent with someone that you have high interest with, that you have high interest in. Difference between try and triumph is that little oomph. Why is that? Because the little oomph can make a big difference. A lot of people who are competent and confident, they are. A lot of people. There are. But here's the thing. Will you be able to move into that level of confidence as well? Will you be able to? The difference between try and triumph is that little oomph. A lot of us don't want to give that little oomph to make a big difference. A lot of people are confident, or a lot of people are competent and confident, but you can't depend on them. They have no level of consistency. Can't find them in the daytime with a flashlight. They promise you one thing and they do another. It's Hosanna today, but it's crucify him the next day. No consistency. They are consistently inconsistent in their emotions and how they treat other people and what it is that they say. Oh, I think they turned over a new leaf. No, they just trimming the old one. That's all it is. They're the same person. Don't get it twisted. Just set up healthy boundaries. Nah, you ain't gonna do that. Nah, you ain't crossing this line. Nah, you got another thing coming to you. Got to find a way to marry competence, confidence, and consistency collectively. That's what you have to do. Because, hear me, you have what it takes. You are qualified. You do. One thing that I recognize that you have to embark upon as well is that you are not the only person who's been going through what it is that you went through. Suffering and sickness is indiscriminate of people, regardless of race, creed, color, ethnicity, background, what have you. But don't think that you're the only person suffering in silence. Don't think that you are the only person who's been wrestling with worry. Don't think that you're the only person who has been distracted and struggling to overcome an addiction. Before you try to disqualify yourself, I need you to know that you're qualified. You have to engage in the fierce urgency of now to step out of the struggle into strength, to overcome the imposter syndrome, and ultimately identify your particular identity. You have what it takes to, here it is, unlock the unlimited. Many of us, we've been locked in by liabilities. We've been locked in by limitations. But can you actually unlock the unlimited? Unlocking the unlimited is about being confident, yes. But it's also about the level of consistency. The level of consistency. Consistency is about is also connected to frequency. Frequency is how many times I'm going to show up. Consistency is the fact that I will. And it's from that particular place where you're saying, listen, I'm a man or I'm a woman of my word. If I say it, it's good as gold. Gonna do whatever I can to actually be there. Why? Because you may have made a particular verbal agreement and a commitment to somebody who admires you. I want you to know that everything that you've been believing for, hoping for, praying for is within you. Here's what it is. Your mind and your heart is that open door. It's that open door to what you've been expecting. It's that open door to the blessing of what it is that you're going to step into. It's that open door of what it is you said, listen, this is going to be, the next blessing going to be, sky's not the limit, it's just the view. You have what it takes to go out and make it happen. We have a treasure within an earthen vessel. And if I'm going to unlock the unlimited, here's what I got to do. I got to stir up that gift. Got to develop it. I got to mature in the faith. Got to mature interpersonally. I got to surround myself with people who are where I desire to be. And I have to go for it. I have to believe that it's going to happen. And I got to step out on faith to do it. The unlimited is more than just words. The unlimited is about works. Works. Listen, if I had just a limited mindset as a leader, I definitely would not have stepped into the role of pastor, as I serve now as the pastor of the Remnant Worshipers Church. But here's also what I have to get to a place of understanding. I could not unlock the unlimited to feed the community and to feed as many as 14,000 in just 2 months' time. We unlocked the unlimited simply because I believed that if we just had the right individuals, the right power players, everything would work out for the best. I need you to hear me. All things work together for the good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose. You're called out of chaos. You're called out of calamity. You're called out of suffering and silence. You're called out of strife and out of bitterness. You're called, and your calling wasn't a conference call. Your calling wasn't a Zoom call. It was God calling you before the foundations of the world, before you were ever in your mother's womb. He said, before I formed you in the belly, I knew you. God fashioned you. He knew you. Now it's time for you to know him in a greater way each and every single day. Family, I would that you would sow into this word that you've heard. Yeah, your seed helps us to meet the need and the expenses of what it is that we have, but also it moves us to a particular place, being able to broaden our horizons, being able to broaden our broadcast. You can help us to do that, to take this word to communities and cities, neighborhoods, and nations. And you may not go there necessarily with us, with your feet, but guess what? Your seed helped us to do that. Cash App, $Access Identity, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr @gmail.com. Of course, we've been having a super conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. Yeah, we've been having a super conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. I truly appreciate your support. Links in the chat, links in the description for how to give, where to give, Cash App, $, access identity, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr at gmail.com. Conversations like this one, why you got to be a member of In the Mix. Tap the link in the description, link in the video. As a result of that, tap the link in the description, link in the video. As a result of that, my gift to you for you becoming a member of our In the Mix family is to give you access to behind the scenes content, coverage, footage that you're not going to see on my social media. You won't see it here in the free area, the what I like to say community service content area, CSC. Yeah. And so, again, my gift to you is give you access to videos in our portal, which is really going to empower you to soar to another level. Speaking of soaring, join my Eagles community. Really empowering you to grow in greater success and purpose. Showing you how to do that. You owe it to you to join us. You really do. You owe it to you to join us. It's going to be an amazing, amazing opportunity for partnership and empowerment. Of course, theeaglesacademy.com. You want to continue to do that. You want to continue to join there. It's all about going to new dimensions. It's all about going to new levels. Links in the chat, links in the description of this video. Again, go to theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. The coaching, the mentoring, the transformation, the teaching, the training. You owe it to you to be a part of it too. Family, did this word bless you today? Unlocking the unlimited. Living confidently with consistency. Yeah. Let me know. Hopefully it blessed you today. Because in the mix, it's out of time. But trust me, I'm not out of truth. So I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. I really do want to thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we roll together each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday, for In the Mix, right here on our YouTube side. While you're on the YouTube side, hit that thumbs up button. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Share this with somebody. Share if you care. Be an electronic evangelist. Be a digital disciple. Your timeline could be someone's lifeline. And of course, sincere salute to all of you who have been watching our sister satellite stations on social media. Yeah, I appreciate you. But I got a question for you. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Well, then step this way, step that way. Yes, step this way, step that way. Which way am I talking about? By friending me and following me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop. At EddieConnorJr. EddieConnorJr. Y'all keep showing love. I'm going to keep showing up. And I'm personally inviting you to show up as I am extending you our personal invitation to receive a right now ready word from yours truly. Powerful word, powerful worship, powerful prayer, praise, and preaching. You owe it to you to join us. A church alive is worth the flight of the drive. It really is. Blessed to be the pastor of this amazing church. And we are located 20470 Hubble Street in the city of Detroit. Check us out on the web, trwchurch.org. Nothing like the live in person, personal, up close experience. trwchurch.org. If I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, don't hesitate. Please reach out to me. Get any of my books. I got 18 of them out there now. Come on, they're on Amazon. Add them to your library. Also, go to theeaglesacademy.com/books. That will be a blessing to you as well. theeaglesacademy.com/books. If you're looking for a dynamic speaker, why would you look any further? You know that I am the man for the job. So all you have to do is email me to invite me. info@eddieconnor.com. info@eddieconnor.com. It'll be an honor for me to empower you. Yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand. Yo, brother. And I mean that. From another mother. Family, it's been fun. But you know, brother, gotta run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy. Yes, it has been beyond measure, but I want you, yes, you. I'm talking to you now to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter. Peace. Yeah. And a whole lot of love. Keep soaring. Higher. You know, I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content, all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. It's such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday, 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays, and then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays, we have TNT Tuesdays. Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in place at the Remnant Worshipers Church.